Jimmy Gnecco, and you're on Popularity.
The album was just recently released. How does it feel, and how do you feel the response has been?
I feel good about this record because it was a healing process for me. My mom was sick and dying, and so the record really helped in that process for me, going through that, and response has been good. It's a really personal, beautiful record, and I think that a lot of people have been waiting for me to make this record for a long time, a lot of the Alice fans, and they're just kind of straight ahead songs from my heart, so I think there's something to that. They're not overthought or too complicated, and I think there's something about that simplicity that's resonating, so it's been good.
Which song out of them all was the most challenging to write, and why?
Challenging to write, probably The Heart, because there are a lot of different parts in it, and it was a little tricky arranging it.
Can you pick a couple of your favorite highlights on the album and tell us about them?
I like the song Light on the Grave. That's a highlight for me. Just because of the way the song's structured, the way that it's written, the chord structure, it's rewarding for me to even listen to myself when I'm not singing over it. So I like that one. And Bringing Home is a highlight for me because it's a really uplifting song, and it's tricky to do that in a way that's not over the top or corny for me. So I like that song, that moment in the record.
How do you feel that you've changed musically and personally throughout this album's creation process?
Musically, I guess as a songwriter, that producer, the way that everything's put together is really direct, and I think that's a good thing for me compared to some of the older recordings that had been done. The person, just got handed another, few difficult things in my life to deal with, and I've gotten through them throughout the process of this record. So I would say that I gained some strength during this time, and also I think it was great for me to produce this record all on my own because I got to showcase the songs in a way that I always wanted to, where they're more, they're built around sometimes it's difficult to find the element that makes a recording work or track work, and I think that because I was afforded the time and opportunity to do that, I think that it yielded a much more connected feeling to this record for me, so yeah.
Because you produced two, did you find it difficult to decide when the album was done?
Not really. I worked on it for about 2 months, the record.
Mm-hmm.
It was over a period of about 10 months, but I toured during that time as well, so I took time off from recording and did some touring, and it wasn't that rough for me. There were a couple things that at one point that I thought were finished, and then I went back and worked on them a little bit longer, but it wasn't too difficult for me. I think the most difficult decision I made about figuring out if the record was finished or not was whether or not I was going to put the song Days on the record, because I almost left it off.
What were the expectations that you set for yourself going in to create this album?
I didn't have any expectations at all. I just wanted to make a group of songs that felt had some goals, of just wanting to feel really connected to what I was doing. But that's always my goal when I go into write or record, is to put together a song that is moving for me first and foremost. And I think if I can be moved by it myself, then that's the first step. So that was, I guess, my goal. Another goal was to have a group of songs that I could go out and play every once, in a while, over the last bunch of years, I would go out and do solo shows, and I wanted to have a group of songs that were dedicated to that process for me, so that I didn't go out and just play hour songs. I had a whole group of my own. I write all the hour songs, but I didn't want to go out and just play hour songs, so I wanted to have a new group of songs for that. So that was one of my main goals.
What would you say is the biggest challenge for you right now?
Biggest challenge for me right now? I guess just finding a way to get people to support music so that we can continue doing it. It's, people are listening to music more than ever, but I'm not sure if they're buying it. So it's challenging to be in a business that's borderline obsolete. I spend so much time working on something. My last record we worked on for about 5 years. You spend 5 years of your life working on something, and then it's basically in a format that people can just take if they want to. And it's nice that they like the music and they get into it, but it would be nice if the balance came back a little bit and people understood that in order to keep it going, you have to support it.
Is there anything in particular that you're trying to open people's minds up to with your music?
Just love and understanding, patience. Peace. It all sounds pretty basic and cliche, but it's pretty much the deal, because it's still I think these are still issues that plague us on a daily basis. Just ignorance and prejudice, racism, all of this stuff still exists. So, I think the songs, I just try to get into people's hearts, open up their hearts. So that's always a goal.
What do you feel has been your key to success and throughout your entire career?
Honesty to myself, I think. Nothing that I've done has been for a quick fix or for just taking money for the sake of taking money, just anything out. I've taken my work very personally and seriously, to the point of not wanting to just do things because they're popular or because it could bring me some fame or anything. So I think that's probably my biggest attribute, is to just how heartfelt and honest the music is. I put everything of myself into it, and I think with that and writing about timeless subject matter, I think that's also another key. The subject matter is huge. I've always had an eye on, as I'm writing a song, can I picture myself singing the song 10 years from now?